Hi gorgeous! Happy Frugal Friday to you. If you're new to the channel, first I'd like to say welcome to you. I make videos like this every Friday focusing on drugstore products, so please subscribe to be notified of new videos in the future. And for all of my regular friends, welcome back. So nice to see you again. Today's video is a drugstore must-haves and must-nots of the moment. I do these every now and then, but I haven't done one in a while. I have a few products to share with you, so let's hop right on in. By the way, I've had a lot of questions in past Frugal Friday videos about cruelty-free makeup options, and it just so happens that I am sharing a lot of cruelty-free products with you today. So every time I mention one, I'll have the little bunny icon that they use to denote cruelty-free pop up somewhere in the video, so you know which ones are cruelty-free and which ones are not. First must-have I have to share with you is the Kiss Lash Adhesive. I've talked about this one in the past, but they came out with a new packaging of it, different from what I was using before, and I like it 10 times better. What I love about this formula is it's just like the Duo glue, very easy to use and has a very strong hold on the lashes. They won't budge until you're ready to take them off. And the reason that I switched to the Kiss Lash Adhesive from Duo is because Duo contains formaldehyde in its formula, and it's often disguised as an ingredient called formalin. Pretty clever. And if you research formaldehyde, then you'll see all the nasty things about it, and you won't want to be putting that anywhere near your eyes. So the Kiss Lash Adhesive is formaldehyde free. It's also latex free, and I've not had any issues with it. It is my go-to. Next product I have to share with you is a must-not. These are the Sonia Kashuk makeup sponges. Saw these in Target recently, thought I'd give them a try. I tried running them under water before using them to blend my foundation in the other day, and I don't like them one bit. Not only did they not soften up underwater, they didn't expand at all, and they're rather rough. Not the texture so much, but just they're not pliable in your hand, so they're really hard to work with. They don't blend the makeup in well at all. They soak up more foundation than they should. It's just an overall bad sponge, so I would say avoid them if you've been curious about them. This next product that I have to share with you is not one that I'm going to label as a must-have or a must-not. I'll let you be the judge based on what I have to say about it. And that is the Bare Palette from Five Below. I featured this one in a video recently, and I've had a lot of questions on it since that video. I used it the other day. I found the pigmentation to be incredible. The eyeshadows are very smooth. Color was instant on the eyes. They are rather powdery in texture, but there's no problem in applying them. Then I wore the look for about 9 hours that day, and by the time I was ready to take my makeup off, it hadn't creased, but I noticed that it had faded slightly. It wasn't faded horribly like some other eyeshadows I've used from the drugstore, but it had a slight fade to it. It wasn't as vibrant as when I had first applied it. So some pros, some cons with this one, but I'll let you be the judge as to whether or not it's a must-have or a must-not. Personal opinion, I don't feel like the fade was bad enough to the point where I would never use the palette again. I've experienced much worse fading from other drugstore products out there. It was manageable, and it's one palette that I would definitely use again. Some more must-haves for you to try are the LA Girl Pencil Eyeliners. These are extremely vibrant and pigmented, and the best part is that they last on the eyes well throughout the day. In the example I'm showing you here, this is what they looked like after wearing them for a total of 8 hours. They had smudged a little bit on the inner corners of the eyes, but it wasn't horrible, and the color was still vibrant by the end of the day. Now some of these can be a hit or a miss. They have a gold eyeliner in this line that looks really great when you swatch it on your skin. You can apply it on your lid and it looks great there too. But when you go to apply it on your waterline, it doesn't really show up at all. So I would say the darker ones, excellent, but the ones like the gold pencil, not so great. Another must-have product I have to share with you is Styli-Style's Volume Mascara, and this is a new addition that they've recently added to their cosmetic line, and I couldn't wait to try it out on my lower lashes. First thing I noticed was how much length it added. It was amazing. The only other mascara that I have at the moment that adds this much length to my lower lashes is the Chanel de Volume and the one from Guerlain. So I was really happy to see that. And when I wore this one throughout the day, at the end of the day, I did not have any flaking, smudging, smearing, nothing. It stayed put. very, very happy with this mascara. Styli-Style has also recently come out with a new foundation. This is their beautifully balanced hypoallergenic foundation, and the shade I'm using here is Porcelain. Packaging is very similar to that of Rimmel's 25-hour foundation in that you don't get a pump with this one. It simply just comes out and you pour it onto your fingers and apply it onto your face. Not too happy with that design aspect of this, but I really did like the coverage and how easy it was to apply. And I would describe the coverage with this one as being medium. And on the day that I tested this one out, I wore it for a total of 8 hours. I did notice that it rubbed off the tip of my nose by the end of the day, but honestly, that could have been something that I did. As far as the rest of my face, I felt like it looked really good. LA Girl has a new eyeshadow priming stick that I wanted to try out. And I like how it applies onto the eyes. It's very similar to the effect that you might get with one of the MAC paint pots in that it covers like a concealer would on your eyes, and you're supposed to apply this before applying your eyeshadow. On the day that I tested it out, I went for about 8 hours with it. I did not have any creasing, and the eyeshadow still looked great, so very happy with this one. Also from LA Girl, some must-not products I have to share with you are their liquid eyeliner pens. I had high expectations for these because it's been few and far between that I've been disappointed in anything from LA Girl, but these left a lot to be desired for me. I was specifically interested in trying out their black eyeliner pen because black is one of those colors that's really easy to mess up. And I didn't find it to be rich. It wasn't as pigmented as I would have liked. And during application, it was rather hard to apply. And I found myself messing up my wing because the eyeliner itself was rather dry, and it made the process very tedious. I know that you can get a bad batch, especially with liquid eyeliners, so if you've had a different experience than me with these, please feel free to share yours below, because I'd be interested to find out if it was just a bad batch or if they're all like that. Those are all the products for this must-have and must-not list. I hope you found them helpful today. I'm working on a battle of the drugstore powders at the moment that will hopefully be done in time for next week's video. But every time I think I'm done testing powders, I find another one. So it will be very comprehensive. And if you enjoyed today's video, please subscribe to be notified of more in the future, like the Battle of the Drugstore Powders, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. Have a great weekend.